Okay, be honest with me, you guys. How many of you feel like your mom was a total badass? Now, I'm not making any assumptions. I think there's some of you out there who felt like your mom was freaking badass. But I know a lot of you wish your mom was a little bit more badass, and so now you are trying to be the badass mom for your kids. So I have to tell you guys a quick story because a couple weeks back, I was in 10 sleep with just Isabel. I'm away from my mom for a little bit, and I was talking to people all the time because you're at the crag, and you meet all these strangers, and you tell them your story, and you end up on the tangents of where you're headed next after you tell them that you're a full-time traveler, and you guys would not believe how baffled everyone I met was by this one fact that I shared with them. And it is the fact that I was headed to Colorado and I was going and doing all these awesome climbs, and I was going away from sport climbing, and that my mom was my alpine climbing partner. In fact, my mom has been my adventure partner for most of my life, and even though there's a very, very small ratio of things that she kind of chooses, it's like, maybe we don't need to do those things now. My mom has predominantly been this driving force of essentially badassery in my life since pretty much as long as I can remember. Now, here's why this is a big deal, because I think you might not necessarily want to do alpine climbs like me and my mom do, but I do know that you probably want to have a relationship with your kids like I have with my mom, because the thing is, my mom is my best friend. The only other people who are as close of a best friend to me as my mom are the rest of my siblings and my own family. Me and my mom legitimately have a friendship-like relationship, not this typical feeling like your mom has to parent you type of relationship, and vice versa, where sometimes kids feel like they have to take care of their own parents. We have a mutual respect and a mutual like for each other, and that's kind of been the case our whole lives. Now, there was this turning point where we made this breakthrough that made that possible for us now when I'm 23 years old. But a few really key things had to happen, and it was only possible because of the foundation and skill set that I was equipped with when I was in middle school and high school ages. I really realized how crucial this is for my own personal fulfillment as an adult, and even when I was in my teen years, how much of a difference it has made in my life to have a positive relationship with my mom that has set the tone for my success going forward. And I know you want to give your kids the same skill set, but you might just feel like, well, what is that skill set that I have to give them? So I just launched this new coaching program called the Closer Connections program. And this is a coaching program where I work directly with your teens, and I help equip your teens with the tools they need to understand their emotions, know how to communicate them, and truly express their authentic selves so that they get to this point where they can then share that with you. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why can't I just teach this to them? Why can't I just teach them mindfulness? Well, there's a particular type of person that this program is for. This is for people who you still have a good relationship with your kids. You love them. They love you. You guys are a wonderful family. But you're in that position in your life where you're experiencing these power struggles. You have these little fights about, like, my friends want me to do this, and I don't really want to go on that hike. And it's these little power struggles that you end up stuck in. And no matter how much you discipline, it doesn't seem to make a difference. This is the power of what a coach can do for you, especially when that coach that is coming into the lives of your teenagers is someone who's a little bit more relatable, someone who's my age, in their 20s, and is coming from a place of, I legitimately felt like your teenagers did at one point in my life. At one point in my life, felt powerless. I wanted to rebel against my parents, but I didn't. And I didn't because I was given this alternative skill set of understanding myself that I didn't realize was so powerful at the time. So I'm going to help your teens learn to see and hear themselves through the guidance of a coach so that they can then feel supported enough, confident enough, and secure enough in themselves so that they don't have such a power struggle with you. In the end, I'm here to help you create a closer connection with you and your teens, even if it feels like it's impossible. So if you want to learn more about the Closer Connections bundle, I'm happy to share more details with you. All you got to do is just send me a DM and let me know that you're interested, or drop a DM with the words Closer Connections, and I'll tell you more about this program and the amazing results that people who are in this program are already experiencing. Just let me know in your questions in the DMs down below. I'm happy to share more. I want to help you have a relationship with your kids that feels legitimately like a friendship.